Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. I am your host, AD Walker, the Pusha, the Good, or the Motivator. So I appreciate you guys for rocking and being with us. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. And again, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. We appreciate you guys for being here. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy, where we don't stand out, we stand up. And as always, we have a great broadcast today. Today, we're talking about how to live a disciplined lifestyle, and we're going to kind of talk about our growth, our development, and how we got to where we are in certain respects. All right. Yeah, it's gonna be a good conversation. So, like again, make sure you share. Sharing is caring. I appreciate you guys for being here. Be sure to, if you feel like you are missing some of our notifications, join our text community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Never miss a broadcast. Never miss what's going down um, on what's going down in the Brothers of Legacy. And I appreciate you guys for being here, being a part of all that we do. I love the internet. They start acting funky. But again, make sure you do the share thing. That's all. That's it. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and kick it off without further ado. Um, yes, my intro is a little shorter, but I'm working on some things, making it a little different because kind of changed the theme of the show a little bit. I realize it's the morning. I need to make it morning five. And yes, that is a word. All right, we'll be right back. Right after this.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, my brother?
Yes, it is I.
Appreciate you being there. Uh, just
What's
another
going on,
day.
brother? How you feel this morning, man?
Outstanding. Outstanding for show. Outstanding for show.
I gotta catch up with you then. I'm still tired.
You still tired?
Yeah, man.
Ain't
I
no
ain't go
time
to
to be
bed
tired, brother.
like 2 o'clock in the morning. I ain't go to sleep till.
Oh,
So
like two.
I'm
I
usually
usually
in sleep way. I done had a couple hours by the end, but not last night.
got you. What's up, Richard? Good morning, Lisa. Blessings to you.
What's
Thank you for
going on
sharing.
with you?
Um, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think I maybe 11-ish. I know my wife might debate it. She's like 10-ish, but I think me 11, 12-ish. And I generally get up like 5:30. Get my day started, do some things in the morning. But today, speaking of waking up and sleeping regimen, today we're talking about how to live a disciplined lifestyle.
Okay.
And so to me, this topic is more or less not well, I won't say not, but I feel like he said I feel like Kadeem tired. Ain't no time to be tired. You sleep when you're dead. You sleep when you're dead. um, um, so living a disciplined lifestyle, what I mean by that is basically not reacting to everything that happens in an emotional fashion. Kind of like, let's input this way, not reacting to the first thought that comes in your head when something happens, a discussion starts, or want to say the first thing that that comes to mind. Discipline says, hold that, let it marinate a little bit, and then speak on it. Because we've all been in spaces, being younger, we tend to just respond. when something happens, I am responding with my first action. Even in your relationship, you get a text, oh, I'm texting you back exactly my first thought or action. And instantly after send, you're like, I shouldn't have sent that. I shouldn't. I sure shouldn't have said that. Because now I have to clean it up and deal with what I said. Not only that's been said, it's in text. So it's
But it could
forever
be said to a
enshrined.
whole
Like
lot of people.
there's no mistake on what you said. At least if you said it like, I didn't really say it like that. Oh no, you said it just like that.
Yes.
All right, Kathy. There you go, Kathy. Who said, "What am I going to do today, Thursday?" All right, all right.
Right,
Richard
Captain.
said, "Disciplined lifestyle, but also room for the little chaos and certainty, uncertainty, a little spontaneity, add spice to the life." Indeed, indeed. My schedule's never like tight like that. It's always room for flexibility, some shift, some change. I mean, my mornings are pretty set a certain way. Like that's why I think I get up early so I can do certain things just to make sure my day starts off correctly. Uh, because some things I miss, I'm like, oh, I feel so off because I didn't get to do such and such today. Let me get Pastor in here.
This lady was tripping, man.
Good morning, Pastor Brian.
Morning.
Curry.
Morning, brother.
Checking to make sure I'm not on mute.
Indeed, you are. We can hear you loud and clear. All right. So, like I said, today we're talking about a disciplined lifestyle, and how did. So, my first question, right? How did you learn to hold your tongue and process a situation instead of reacting with your first thoughts? Like, what helped you get better at that? I mean, I'll speak for myself. I know I've been that, get a text, mostly from, the wife or from the wife and responding with my first thought. And like, I shouldn't have said that. I should have waited and thought about it before I responded. Hey, good morning, Mama Corey. Great morning, great morning.
Morning, Mom. Morning, Richard. Kathy,
Morning.
Lisa.
Richard said,
everybody.
I reckon Kaneem is very disciplined. He said, want to meet the three amigos.
I appreciate that little compliment, Richard, but Kaneem is not that
I got
you.
I got
at
you.
least take the very off.
Kaneem is this very.
Yeah.
I don't know about the very.
No, not very. Not very. No.
I got you.
Try to be,
So
but
what?
not very.
So what has helped you guys to kind of, instead of responding quickly or have have you just, I'm making assumptions. Have you always just been able to hold your peace and respond in a thoughtful manner?
No.
Or so what has helped you kind of keep you from responding quickly, like trying to, when something happens, just have to boom, I'm gonna say the first thing out of my mouth instead of I'm gonna process and then I'm gonna say something.
For me, it's age.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I can't say it's my wife. I can't say it's my kids. It's age. Just getting older and understanding there's a better way to respond than just throwing up at the mouth, but with your emotions and just
Right.
without, like I say, I'm one thing I can say, Richard, I am very disciplined with my mouth on this program.
Right.
Very disciplined.
Right.
So if I was anywhere else, so that's it. That's it for me, man. Because I'm used to cursing, and it's just part of my was, it ain't now, but was part of my vocabulary.
Right.
And like every other word, that and using the N word, and
Okay.
it was just part of my daily conversation. But so I could be very disciplined at that, Richard.
Right. Good morning, Keita. Good morning, Sam. What about you, Pastor?
I don't think I've ever had a quick trigger.
Okay.
I'm always hesitant to respond. Well, at least historically I have been, because I don't like confrontation. I don't like fighting.
Right.
Never did. So I've never had that. You know, it's funny. I have a couple of brothers who were quick tempered, and so I could always balance myself in the house watching them, because I had a couple of brothers who were quick to react to stuff.
Right.
And they were known as quick tempered. I heard that term early in life. So I
I
always
got you.
knew not to be quick tempered.
Got you.
Because quick tempered leads to confrontation. And I didn't
Right.
like that stuff. So
Nice.
I always took my time.
So-
Now, if you got me there,
right,
it was bad. But it took
I
a while
got
to
you.
get me there.
I got you.
Yeah.
So your discipline had to come with getting there without getting there, like trying not to get in, or trying not to let a situation get you into that space. Is that
in terms of communicating
Right.
with someone. You know, if someone says
Right.
something and you react to it, that
Right.
type of stuff. Yeah, I've always been slow or tempered, if you would,
right?
to respond.
Oh man, that's the key to not like fighting. I guess.
Yeah, I don't like fighting.
Yeah. Nice.
I hate fighting with people.
Nice. Oh, so Richard asked a question. He said, "How often should a spouse be texting their spouse?" as many
As
times as you
needed.
can hit send. Like, there's no,
As necessary, as often
Yeah,
as
right.
necessary.
right. There's no limit. There's no-
No, ain't no limit on that. Now, if you wanna kind of like slow your texting down, but you can't
Right.
stop your spouse from texting you limitless.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
if you even bring up that conversation, you're gonna get more text.
You'll get more text.
Yeah, you're just gonna get more text. Well, why I can't text? You're gonna
Listen.
get conversation and text. This is
Only
It's gonna be a
only
while.
time
You get texts from everybody else and see responding to text from everybody else. How come I can't text? What's wrong with my text?
only time we limited our texting is back in the day. Remember when you got charged, you only get a certain amount of texts per
Oh
month.
yeah. 400
Listen.
texts a month. I remember
Yeah, there you
400
go.
texts a month.
So mine was I had my code was DTB. If I say something, hey babe, blah blah blah, DTB, don't text back. I know not to, so don't text me back. Let's save them texts for something if you really need to text me.
No, I really didn't text that. I text a lot more now than I did ever.
Oh yeah, 100%. I hated that text. Remember, you had to before the smartphones, you had to A B C. Okay, A, hit the 2 B B B. You know, B C D. You know, like each letter, each number had to.
That's another reason why I didn't.
Man, some people got great at that. I was like, I can't text that fast. Like, how you
No.
guys do boom, 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 boom.
No, yeah, I pass. I do like swipe though.
Right. Listen, and then she text me back with the DTB meme. I thought we had that conversation already.
What is it?
Now you texted me back. Don't text back. That's what I would.
Don't text back.
Yeah. So the limit the texts is when you had to pay for the text, like when there was an overage on texting, I would put my last message, boom, 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 DTB. I mean, I got your message. You ain't got to respond back. Don't text back.
Oh yeah,
Never heard of that before.
now
Yeah,
like
that's, you know,
10 text
that's my
too.
frugal mindset. That's how we save some money on this phone bill. Like, don't go over. I hated overages. We're not going over this month. You know.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I know.
Hey,
That's a whole nother rabbit hole right there.
I was right there with you. Don't call me until 7 o'clock.
Right. Oh, man.
Call me after 7.
Right. So we are quick. Don't do that. Frugal. I wasn't cheap. Oh, frugal. Predictive text can get a person in trouble if you don't double check. Yes, indeed.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Really, Sam? You gonna put me in front of you like that? It's all good. Yes, I am.
Well, I guess he's disciplined with it.
Right. Exactly.
Very.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So we talk about responding, and how we respond and things of that nature. As far as like just like we talked about scheduling before, staying disciplined and staying track that you have to accomplish throughout the day, and how do you stay disciplined with the things that you have to get done? You know, what is some of your ways of staying disciplined as far as taking care of your everyday lifestyle? You know, like, are you more proactive or you reactive? Do you stay on top of certain things? Like, I'm gonna give a shout out to Pastor because he was talking about he showed me an old house and how it was being kept up. Like your yard work, right? Like, is it just something that you just and now you know Pastor pays more for people that take care of business than he does. He used to put hands on. Now he's like, I ain't gotta do that no more. I just I just come up with a plan. Do you see it and you like are a seasonal kind of thinker when it comes to your yard? And I know this is kind of like a weird part of the conversation, but just we're talking about discipline. So do you see your yard as a seasonal thing, or you just kind of like you keep it up just throughout the year the same way? You know, like you come up with new ideas. And I say that because I'm trying to get to like, how do you see your day to day? You know, how do you maintain certain things?
When I used to work in my yard all the time.
Okay.
All the time. Spent a lot of time in the yard planting stuff, cutting my own grass, you know, landscaping. I did all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then life got busy.
Right.
And it was therapeutic for me, right?
Right.
Being outside is therapeutic. Working in the yard, getting in the dirt is therapeutic. But I just got really busy.
Right.
And so I started having people help me with the yard. My yard is a focus all year round because there are things that you have to do in the cold season to better prepare you for the oncoming warm season.
Gotcha.
So if you treat your grass and stuff like that in the cold season, you won't get so many weeds coming.
Okay.
In the warm, or at least you can get ahead of it, right? Because typically weeds have to be, you know, you don't want to just put chemicals on weeds. What you really want to do is grow your grass, thicken it up, and choke the weeds out. So you have to feed your soil in the off months so that it can come back stronger and thicker and choke out the weeds when spring comes. That's what I learned over time. Instead of, you know, Roundup, you put it down there, now you got a brown spot for the whole summer in your grass.
You killed everything.
You sprayed a weed killer, but it kills the grass too. You know what I mean? But if you take care of your soil and take care of your grass, the grass will choke the weeds and you won't have to put as much poison on your lawn.
Don't put me out there like that. Don't call me out like that. I am. I am taking notes. Well, because, you know, look, it's, you know, we're about to get deep with this. So I was just thinking about what you're saying as far as, you know, our life, right? We see things, we respond. We see things, we respond. You know, we come out like, I see the weeds. I get the weed killer. You know, you see the bugs, you get the bug killer. But if you set the foundation where naturally things can protect itself, but you have to, like I said, you have to take care of the grass so it'll be strong enough to take care of the weeds, and then you don't need to pull out the chemicals, you know. And I think with setting the foundation of our having a disciplined life, you know, if you set a foundation of consistency, if you set a foundation of being more, as we always say, proactive instead of reactive, you know, you don't have to worry about the chemicals. And then, you know, when just like our households, you know, like things seem to get bad, it didn't just get bad. There was
you learn, like if you pay more attention, I'm going to cut you off. I apologize.
No,
you learn things. I mean, I learned this about the grass by paying attention to my lawn.
Right.
And you get better at it. pest control.
Yeah.
You see a bug, you go spray where the bug is.
Right.
Well,
Right.
the bug had to travel a ways to get to your house.
Right.
Right. So I've learned that, when it comes to protecting your house, a lot of people spray the house, but never take care of the perimeter of the house.
Right. Right.
For pest control, you have to build a barrier around the outskirts of your property to keep them off your property. Because by the time they reach your house, you've already been invaded.
Right.
Right. So you have to push the pest control out further away from the house and around the perimeter to keep bugs from breaking the perimeter. When you start trying to deal with ants, if you have an ant pile, ant hill in your yard, you got ants all over your yard. But if you start protecting your yard from the edges, and the edges of your house and all of that, they won't even get on the property, or very few of them will. And it's the same thing with our daily walk. Right. We, spiritually, we work from the inside out.
Right.
Naturally, we work from the outside in.
Right.
Am I right about it?
Yep.
So when I'm fighting internal struggles, I got to begin on the inside, but all the external stuff, I got to build a perimeter around the outskirts and keep the irritants from coming in.
Right.
It's military. It's army. You have to set up a perimeter and protect yourself from breaches.
Nice. So how did you like for you, you've seen that, like for you, Kaneem, as well. How did you see the proactive methodology? And like Kaneem, you saying with age, right? So over time, you're getting older, experiencing, and you kind of like, for most people, to sick and tired, like, man, I see a pattern. Like, how do you because we always said, like, man, how do I keep ending up in this space? And when the dust settles, you're like, how do I keep getting here? How do I keep in the same space time after time, in the same issue time after time? Like the results are always the same. What is my pattern of getting me in this space? Like I know I don't want to, and y'all out there, y'all ask that question. If you feel like a problem seems to keep coming up and you find yourself in the same space, how did I get here? And then it's trying to figure out, what do I need to change, or what needs to change? Because at first, let's keep it real, it's always like, oh, it's this external stuff. Okay, if I get rid of this, if I get rid of that, if I move here, boom, that solves the problem. then the dust settles again. You're like, wait a minute, I'm in a new state, I'm in around new people, and I'm having the same problems.
That means you need to be working from the inside out.
Right. Let me ask you that. So have you guys been in that space where, you was on a cycle, and it may not have been long, but you went through it maybe 2 or 3 times, and you tried to do the external, because we get off in the cutoff ministry. I just gotta cut these folk off. It's them. They're killing me.
Probably how I ended up in Georgia.
Wow. Okay.
Because I never lived anywhere longer than 4 or 5 years.
Right.
Yeah. Always felt the need to go pick up and start over.
Right.
Go do something new.
Right. That'll make it
and
better.
then, California, I stayed in California a long time.
Right.
When we moved to Georgia, it was a family move. And it was a move that had vision, strategy. Prior to that, there was no vision or strategy to the move. It was just, hey, I'm going to pick up and go over here. I done got tired. Stuff done burned out over here.
Right.
But we thought, prayed, strategized.
Right.
For the Georgia move. And I've been here 20 years.
Right. Nice.
Longest I've ever lived anywhere.
Nice.
And have no plans to go anywhere. Why?
Okay.
Because something changed in me.
Right.
And I learned that it doesn't matter what zip code you live in.
Right.
You can find contentment.
Indeed.
With discipline.
Except Chicago. It's
with
too
consistency.
Cold. Right. I get it. What about you, Kaneem? Have you found yourself running and the cycle and trying to people off and finding how did you begin to do your shifting or changing, or did you blame anybody else and you just like, it's me?
Yeah, early on when I first got to Georgia, man, I was doing some of the same stuff that I was doing back in Texas,
Mm. Okay.
um, looking for them familiar circles. But
Wow.
um, I just had to let it go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Gotcha.
okay, that's one reason why you came to Georgia. Why are you?
Why we here? Right, doing the
Why
same
are
thing.
you still looking for these same circles? You should
Right.
be looking for something new and different,
Right.
and because you've already experienced that, you're looking for new
Right.
experiences. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it took me a little minute to get that through my head, but I think about 3 to 5 years in,
Right.
it finally sunk in real good that you need to change and become more civilized. Because I was very statistical, and when I say statistical, I mean if you were to look at a black man under 30 with no guidance and just living recklessly,
Right.
it would be that statistic.
Gotcha.
Was it jail? Was it
Ah,
poverty?
I got
Was
you.
it
I got you.
was it, yeah? Was it poverty?
Right.
Was it one parent household?
Right.
Was it all those statistics rolled up
I
into
got
one?
you.
You know
You
what I
checked
mean?
all the boxes.
Yeah, all about it. All about it. You was a non-productive. You was a non-productive Negro. That's what you
Right.
was.
I got
You ain't. You ain't. You just. You the reason why they got that camera on you in somebody's face when it's some type of crime on
you.
TV.
Right.
You the Negro.
Right.
You the
Right.
reason for that news
You the
story.
reason.
Yeah,
Wow.
that would be me. So, but yeah, I had to switch that up, man. And plus, I like my freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
When you get in those situations and your life or your freedom is at stake, you kind of when you realize it, because these young cats don't realize that what's at stake when they out here hitting these streets hard like that. They just like in the moment. But once you get slapped with the reality that
Right.
10 years. I had to do 10 years standing on my hands.
Mm.
But when you been 2 months and you like, man, wow, I got 84 months left.
Right.
And all I did was two. And you
I
got
got you.
80,
I
you
got
got 84 months. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, man, it's a whole different mindset when you get up in there. When you free,
you. Right. You're not
yeah,
thinking about it.
yeah, I ain't
Ain't
gonna never.
nothing.
And if I do get caught, I'll be out. But then when them days start rolling by, you start putting them little the marks on your cell wall.
Right.
1 day, 2 days.
It's just been 3 days. It's just been 3 days. Like
It's
I'm
a
tired
whole different.
already.
Yeah, it's a whole different feeling, boy. It's a whole different feeling. Like I don't know if y'all ever had it, but you go outside and you smell the day. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm like, man, there's
Right.
something good about today. You
Right.
just
Right.
know. Yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
when you locked up, you can't smell nothing but time. That's it. That's
Wow.
it. Ain't no sunshine, ain't no rain, ain't no
Right.
just time.
Time.
But anyway,
Wow.
that's what
That's
that's
good.
what that's what changed me out.
I
I
got you.
just had that realization that it was something better than what I was doing.
Right. That's good. That was good. That was good. Um, Keita says, from my lessons, running doesn't change anything. You have to work from within.
Yeah.
Richard says, aren't we supposed to always doing inner work and emotions, be it spiritual, healing, or change mindset? And the bigger you expand and grow, the more important it is. Yeah, I mean, it always sounds good. It always sounds good to to work on all that stuff, but it's the actual work, you know. And
You
then
gotta be
sometimes,
disciplined to do it.
yeah, and then it's sometimes being transparent or honest with yourself about the things you need to work on. You know, it's I think the working out, like the physical physique. You know, we could all admit, like, yeah, I need to work on that, and even start doing that. But it's
Speak for
that
yourself. I
mental
look good.
that mental emotional
See,
work.
see how you get us. See how you
See,
get
I
us.
know it's all
He
good.
mess
It's
with
all see. This
that
hold on.
statement
This is what I
messed with my
got.
self-esteem.
I got you, brother. Right there.
Yeah,
This
there
is
you go.
that's what you do today. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You gonna put him
Let's
in
do it to yourself.
timeout.
Let's do it to yourself.
um,
Hey,
but I
don't
think
be
it's
hating. Don't be hating. Look, y'all might outlive me. You never know.
right,
I just
right,
want to live a long time.
yeah, indeed. But that mental emotional work is just being transparent and realizing, man, I'm the one that keep causing myself to get in this situation. You know, like that is the challenging, you know, being real about who you are. And even if somebody says it, you know, you tell them that, like, dude, you realize this is the fourth relationship, this is the fourth state you've lived in, you know, and you keep getting in the same situations. It's not everybody else. It's not everybody else.
No, it's you.
Yeah, you know,
But I also believe that when it comes to, like, I talk about moving and all of that. I talked to a
right.
brother some years ago who lived in the place that he was raised in, and he envied my courage to change, to move, to switch up my location. You know, I think I shared that story with you before. He was like, man, yeah, but I've always been curious about what life would look like outside of the city that I grew up in.
Right. Right.
You
I think
know,
you did.
but I never had the courage to step out and go do that. You know,
Right.
so there's two sides. There's multiple ways of looking.
Yeah.
In one
100%.
perspective, you can look at it and say, "Oh, wow, you're so undisciplined. You can't even like." But the answer to that, or the response to that, is, "Why would I want to grow roots? You only get one life to live."
That too.
Right?
Indeed.
I want to see the
Right.
world. I want to
Right.
experience different places, different cultures. You know,
Right.
that could be a part of it. That wasn't me,
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
but that could
And
be somebody's perspective.
I think that's quite a few people. Like there are some that, yeah, I'm gonna be. They tell you like, yeah, I'm gonna be here 5 months. Then I'm moving to Houston because I kind of want to experience and see what's going on. You know, like, and it's usually like I don't have any kids. It's just me and the wife. You know, like they just. But there's a plan attached to it. I know. Listen, for us, me and you, you know, it's just I gotta get out of here. I got this ain't it. I gotta go. You know.
Yeah, that's because you grew up with this mindset. I got to grow up. I got to have a
Right.
family. I got to pay my bills. That's the kind of
Yeah.
mentality, you know, we came up trying to figure out how to pay bills, not how to live life, how to pay rent.
Yeah.
How
Stay
to,
right
you know,
there.
our mentality was I got to keep the lights on.
Stay right there. Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
and so
100%.
all of the discipline, everything was crafted around, you know, this canned expectation of life.
Right.
And so you had to get delivered, set free from that.
Right.
Right. Not everybody came up like that, but a lot of us did.
Yeah.
It was all about surviving, not about living, but about surviving. I gotta be able to go to bed. I gotta be able to get up because I gotta be able to go to work. You know, you
Right.
graduate high school,
Right.
you go to college, you graduate high school, you go to the military, you graduate high school, you get a job, you take care of your bills, you take care of your family.
But
Where's the life part?
That does not sound exciting. Like,
Right. Nothing. And then you die.
Right. No, I gotta retire first. And then I die.
Maybe.
Maybe. You're right. Right. Can I
You know,
stop?
the days of going to work for 20 years and getting a pension.
Right.
We don't live like that anymore.
Indeed.
You know,
Right.
I'll be 55 this year. This was the year I set to retire.
Wow.
I got like 10 more years.
I got you.
So you know what, when you talk about when the question is asked, how do I live a disciplined lifestyle?
Right.
First, I have to define what lifestyle expectation I have.
Right.
And then my
Exactly.
discipline has to be conjoined with the lifestyle expectation I have.
Right.
You know, so that's the philosophy that we have to be discussing.
Yeah.
That's the conversation. What lifestyle are you looking for? And does your discipline, do your habits contribute to the expected lifestyle that you want? Everybody want to have money, but not everybody want to work.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And so if your discipline doesn't match your expectations, you're going to end up in a depressed state.
Right.
Because at some point, you're going to feel the brunt of your lack of execution or your lack of discipline. Right. So when I talk to young people, when I talk to my children, my last one is graduating. And I'm like, listen, it sounds good to get out there, get your place and all of that.
Always.
But the reason it sounds good is because you haven't paid bills. The only bills you pay is when you're paying for those gym shoes and you're using my credit card.
Right.
But life is coming. You know, you have a spat with your friend, your boyfriend, your close friend, whatever. And you got your parents saying, y'all stop all that nonsense.
Right. Right.
Well, one day you're not going to have anybody standing there to say, stop.
Right. Yeah.
Where's your discipline? Where's your temperance?
Right.
Who's going to stop you? Who's going when no one is there to say, why are you so loud?
Right. Right. You're right.
When no one's there to say, you need to get your butt in the bed.
Yeah.
When no one is there to say, you better get your butt up.
Right.
Right. Like, so what lifestyle are you? Because you can't leave, like young people, you can't leave home thinking your parents gonna call you in the morning to wake you up.
Indeed. Yep.
So 100%. What is your expected lifestyle and your discipline? What discipline will it take to achieve that expected lifestyle? Because we talk about stepping out on faith. We're talking about having the courage. Right. Courage and faith is one thing. Discipline is a whole nother dynamic.
Right. Right.
Consistency is a whole nother. Why do you I keep losing socks? Because you never keep them together.
Right. Right.
You understand? Why do you have 4 loads of clothes to do today?
Mm. Hey. Stay out my house.
Stay out your laundry. Stay out my laundry.
You talking about my house.
Yeah. Because if you had caught it at 1, you'd only have 3 loads.
Right.
But if you had discipline to catch it each time you got a pile, you'd have no loads. Right. Right. Like stay on top of it. Have the discipline to recognize, there are 4 pairs of underwear there. That's almost a week. Probably time to wash clothes. Right. Right. If you'd have gone through 4 sets of underwear, it's probably time for a load of clothes.
He said it, those socks got the devil in them.
Yeah. And how about the clothes that sit in the dryer for 24 hours after they've been dried because you didn't have the discipline to take them out and fold them? Now you're folding wrinkled clothes.
Right. I wish I had a mute button.
Those are pet peeves of mine, man. Yeah. Don't leave clothes in the dryer. Have the discipline to check the filter, the air filter. You want to know why your clothes aren't getting dry? Because you got mothballs in the filter. Clean the filter. Have the discipline. Hey, you pull a load out, clean the filter. It's really simple. Just sweep with a hand, grab the dust and throw it in the garbage.
Wait, throw it in the garbage? I'm gonna put this right on the floor.
and that's a stickler of mine too. Everything you said was a stickler of mine, but I can't get these kids to understand it. And I hate repeating myself, and I just remember like repeat myself. So when I repeat myself and start issuing out consequences, they look at me like, "This is ridiculous. Why are you?"
But like, what's funny is like my office is
Wow.
probably the messiest part of my life.
Okay.
When I look
Yeah.
around, because I got mail,
Yeah.
I got books,
Yeah.
papers. I have stuff in areas everywhere in my
Right.
office. So but it's organized chaos,
Right.
right? Oh, I know they're your pet peeves, Mom. I came up in your house. Yeah.
So true, myself.
Gee, I wonder where he got that from.
Imagine that. Hold on.
Imagine that.
Hold on.
Like,
did we see Rich comment? Let's
Having them
he
underwear
said
for
49 days.
Now,
you know what?
now
That's
that's
just
a
nasty.
number that
That's
you
just
did
nasty.
not pull out to crack of your
That
behind.
49 days worth of underwear means you can go 10, 15 days without washing your drawers. So
Yes.
them funky drawers sitting in the dirty clothes for 10, 15 days. You got the
No,
gift
no,
answer
no,
in your
no,
hamper.
no.
Don't let him do that to you, Rich. Don't let him do that to you.
Hey, Rich is he is committed to going a whole month without washing them drawers. 49, that's a month and a half. He's committed. I ain't gotta wash my drawers in the next month. I got a dirty
I'm gonna
clothes
get all
hamper
of them.
just for drawers.
Oh, man.
Look, your underclothes don't last long if you spend too much time in between washes.
Oh man. All right. Sorry. I know we got
All right.
off track there.
Anyway,
Mm.
it's the small foxes
Yeah.
that spoil the vine.
Right.
Right? You want to know how your bathroom gets nasty? Because after you brush your teeth, you don't rinse out or wipe out the sink.
Right.
You want to know why your mirror's so nasty? Because you spit on it.
Right.
And you don't clean the mirror.
Right.
It's your toothpaste. Well, the back of your faucet and all that, and all this stuff gets black and mold and mildew.
Right.
Because you wipe the sink, but you don't clean the sink.
Mm.
Right? I can't stand the black stuff around the edge of the sink and stuff. I was just showing something to my daughter yesterday. I was in the kitchen and I was leaning down in the sink under the rim of the sink, and I was trying to show her, like, you have to remember these areas, under the lip of the sink. You have your countertop drops down into the sink, so under here in this little area, you got to get a brush and brush underneath that area. Why? Because it starts in there in that corner and it grows downward into your sink. Right. And if you don't have a stainless steel sink, it's going to be real ugly. Right? The faucet, you unscrew the tip of the faucet and take that thing off. There's a filter in your faucet.
There is.
You got to take that thing apart, pull it down, and or you drinking that mess, or you rinsing your mouth out with that black mess. It's just nasty. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but
yes, you are. Yes,
part of Brothers of Legacy brought to you by Pastor Brian and McCord. Don't drink the nasty.
Here's the thing: when you think about that stuff, right? I got this. Like, the Word of God is amazing because this is how nitpicky.
Right.
You have to be about your life and about your circumstance, right? Or else you're going to end up with a mess.
Right.
And that's just real talk, and if you practice these things in your living space, you'll begin to learn to practice these things in your living space.
Right.
Woo! That's a word.
I was waiting for it. But definitely having it. And Sean says he might be a drawers collector, like sock collectors. So how why Sean? Every Wednesday just have more than enough. All right, watch on Wednesday past Sunday past the. I figured if I have more than
that's good,
need,
man.
I won't run out of anything. Indeed.
That's good. Bring clarity to the conversation.
Right. We like to
let
clown.
Him know, Richard.
You leave it too open, we're gonna start clowning. So yeah, definitely. I like that he said, does your discipline match your expectations? Does your discipline match your expectations? So whatever your expectations are, whatever you're pushing to become, you should have the discipline. Just the clarity of, if you're trying to become a boxer, how often are you in the gym? Trying to become a superstar ball player, how often are you in the gym? You know, what's your workout look like? If you're trying to run your business, how often are you working on your business, working on yourself and things of that nature, and watching the small things to make it better? High five. Hey. So yeah, definitely. I like that. Just whatever it is that you are seeking to get to, what's your discipline look like? Does it match the expectations? Does it match, the work? Because you got to put in the work to get there. That's the key. Like, if you're trying to get your marriage right, what are your disciplines with your marriage, with your children, with your spiritual life? What is your discipline with God, and are you growing? Let's see. He said, "Oh Lord," Sean said, when COVID first hit, was washing 3 times a day. Many draws came into play. Oh man. Yeah, always in. So listen, we appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us, and hanging with us. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Hopefully we've said something that has helped you on your way. Yes, pastors probably called you out in many of your dirty habits. So, I know someone like, it don't take all that. I'm gonna just let the mold grow. It ain't bothered me in 25 years. Don't do that, Sam. Don't do that. Said y'all done already. Listen, don't be. We're trying to keep us here. Said okay. New person, just gotta read it slow. You three seem really cool. I follow. Nothing like this. I do enjoy hearing the positive nature of you three. Also, appreciate you, Lance.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Enjoy.
Said you owe me 10 more minutes. Really? Is that what we do? Well, what we're gonna do? We're gonna close now, right? What's tomorrow? Friday, and we're gonna go to 10:10. All right, I got you. I got you. We're gonna pay
That's
you back.
just not disciplined.
Listen,
you're gonna shortcut me. You're gonna shortcut me one day, and then you're gonna overserve me the next day.
Hey, Brown on the road this morning,
yes. Oh, so listen, real quick. I just want you make sure you guys are sharing. Make sure you guys are tagging. Join our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Never miss a broadcast episode happening with the Brothers of Legacy. We appreciate you guys for being here. So before we get out of here, right? What is your, well, I'm gonna throw it to Kaneem. Pastor said a lot. What's your one key that has helped you be disciplined? What is the one thing that's helped you be disciplined, like as far as your time, as far as your life, just when you want to change something? What has helped you kind of just be disciplined? How do you hold yourself accountable?
It's 2 parts, man.
Okay.
And I've seen that this is working for me. It may not work for everybody, but it's 2 parts. Planning and execute. That's what worked for me.
Okay. Planning and execution.
You have all these plans, but if you don't do them, you just
Listen, it took me a minute. I had lists okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. The day come I make it one. I got one thing done.
If you put it down and you made a plan for it, follow through, man. Always follow. Be a man of your word to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Because you're the ultimate beneficiary. Right. I want to be there for other people, but ultimately I want to be there for myself. I want all y'all to survive. I really do. But I want to be here to see it. Which means I want to survive. Right. So I use the WIFM method.
Break that down.
Wait, say that one more time. You use the what method?
The WIFM.
WIFM. Okay.
WIFM.
Break it.
WIIFM. And I think about it's always an outcome-based thing for me. WIIFM. What's in it for me? How do I win?
Gotcha.
I like that. I like that motto.
I like it. All right.
Because everything is based on projected outcome expectations.
Right.
If somebody asks you, like you want to go do something, oh, what am I getting out of it?
Right. Right.
That's what life is. You want to be successful in business because you get something out of a successful business.
Right.
You want to go to the gym and work out because you get something out of working out.
Right.
You want to praise the Lord because you get something out of praising the Lord. You want to be in this relationship because you get something out of that. I'm being funny, but
Right. No, indeed.
Yeah.
True.
That's good.
So
That's
what's
good.
in it for me? With them. That's my philosophy. Simple, silly, but real.
Indeed. On that note, we're gonna get up out of here. Appreciate you guys. Hopefully you got something out of it, because I surely did. And we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same channel. It is Freestyle Friday. We may play a game. We might go heavy. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So as
Who
always,
won, Johnny Depp or Amber Heard?
Who got the money?
ooh,
Johnny Depp got 15. Amber Heard got 2.
yeah.
That's who won. Whoever got 15. Whoever got
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
I think
Now I
they
don't
both
even know
end, I
what
think
you
they
did.
both end up.
$15 or 15 years or what they was.
But sometimes you can get in a battle with somebody,
Right.
and you beat them in that fight,
Right.
but y'all did so much damage to each other that no
Right.
one can be declared winner.
Right. Yeah. A lot of damage.
Right.
I
I
ain't
mean,
been
if I
keeping
got
up
one
with it.
black eye and you got 2,
Right.
right? I'm blind in one eye and you can't see at all. Have I won?
Right. Have I really won? Have I really
I don't know.
won? Yeah.
Just something to think about.
That whole case
Or
is
not.
interesting. I don't think about it at all.
It is what it is.
Mind your relationships, man. Mind your relationships. Know who you
Yeah.
connected with. Know who you connected with. So before we go off into another hour session, we're gonna go and get out of here. I'll parlay that for tomorrow, maybe. We talk about relationships. And let's see. Hold on one second. Oh, what I do? Here we go. All right. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Same time, same channel. And as always, know that we love you. God loves you more. And as I like to close, know that purpose is in you, greatness is before you, and destiny is waiting. Peace out. As always, we love you. Know that God